Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Richie Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys enjoyed that first ever teaser for the upcoming Lemuria raid, which is called the Ghastly Conspiracy Raid. So, buckle up because we have a lot to talk about, or at least we're gonna try to talk about the trailer. I personally didn't see much from this teaser, but I just thought it was really cool. And if you guys don't know, it's in the Heap area of Lemuria. It's kind of like a black and white theme type of area. And overall, it looks stunning. Like, if it is actually going to be an 8-player raid, that's going to be fantastic. Which I think one of the devs has pretty much had a nod to it. These are the attunement stones that we've used in Lemuria, so they will play a special role inside this raid. Now, in the background, it looks like we can see a raid gate. Not sure if this will be where the jail will be at or if it will lead somewhere else, but I'm assuming that they're bringing back the jail system. And like I said, there's going to be all of these attunement stones, and we don't know exactly how, they are going to play out. Now, the main assumption is that we're probably going to have to light up all of the attunement stones within the raid, which I think could be pretty manageable, depending on, well, exactly how well your team is. Of course, we're going to have to wait for all the raid guides and all the latest raid metas and what raid pets to make and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. And I'm assuming once the attunement stone is lit up, I'm assuming that you can basically proceed on to the next attunement stone, or it basically kind of proceed with on the next step. Like I said, I'm actually seeing, hang on a second, I'm seeing a double gate right here. Yeah, I'm seeing 2 gate portals. This is interesting. I did not catch that in the first one. Really interesting. You see, we got the fire stone here, we got the balance stone here, we got the death stone over there, and I'm seeing 2 gates. So I don't know if these 2 gates are going to be the jail or something else completely different, or maybe where the final boss battle might be at. I mean, it looks like a pretty cool raid. Like, it looked like a pretty cool raid. We also see this down here, ACME Industries. So I don't know if that's going to be an Easter egg for something, but make your own assumptions in the comments below. But overall, it looks like a pretty cool raid. I'm actually going to go by each of these stones one by one. Here's the life stone. We're not seeing much around here. That almost looks like something from Celestia, doesn't it? I remember with Heap, it was kind of like a mangled up type of world. So I'm seeing a little bit of Celestia in there, I think. I could be wrong. And then let me see. Death. We see that portal area again. So who knows? That might be the jail or something else. Myth. We're not seeing much. We're seeing the streets. And then fire. I'm seeing another gate. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same gate or if it's from like a different angle maybe. That's the ice attunement stone right there. And again, I'm seeing another gate entrance around that right side. I'm seeing another gate entrance. So I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of gates or something. I don't know. Not really seeing much here. That's the storm, and then that was the balance, fire, and death stones. So yeah, something with the stones. I wish I could do a better breakdown, but that's pretty much all there is from the teaser. You can make your own assumptions in the teaser trailer, but that is pretty awesome, and I'm so excited! Ah, man. So far, this has been a pretty exciting update in terms of stuff, that we don't know of. Like, we already talked about how we're getting the challenge mode for Mount Olympus, which is absolutely fantastic. We're also getting those immortal god spells. We don't know if we're getting the spells. We don't know if they're getting minions or what. Like, we don't know. So I'm super excited to check that out. And then, of course, we're getting this raid, but potentially it could be a 8-player raid. We still don't know for certain if there's actually going to be 8 players max. Because, you know, we're used to 12 players, and, you know, 12 players equals more chances of failure, but 8 players would definitely be a nice change of pace, and that would definitely encourage me to go raiding again. Or at least try and find 7 other people that, you know, actually want to play the game and, you know, actually want to try and, you know, play it in general. But that will be fun. I think this whole update will be fun, but like I said, I say that all the time, and usually something falls flat on its face. I mean, honestly, I'll probably be farming challenge mode for Mount Olympus, Atlantia, and Tartarus. I'll probably be just, you know, be doing that most of the time instead of raiding, because, you know, even if it is 8 players, it still is kind of hard to schedule people and just see when everybody's available. You know, trying to get availabilities for everybody. I mean, heck, it's even harder, as Tiger Lily said, to even get 4 people involved on a certain schedule, or at least try and get a full team of 4 in general, right? So either way, I'm still excited. I'm not excited about crafting the key, though, and farming hundreds of thousands of Azols. Definitely not a big fan of that. But overall, though, I'll definitely check it out. Maybe I'll make like 1 or 2 raid keys just to see how it is. Maybe see how the gear is. I definitely look forward to what the gear is going to look like. Like, I'm ready. I really hope it's a good design. I hope it's nothing silly, but like I'm excited, man. I think this will be a decent update, you know. Now, in terms of Xbox game preview players, as always, there is still not really much to say beyond just kind of just waiting for that update. Whenever that update does go on to the Xbox game preview, we're still just kind of waiting. So, you know. And in terms of just in general console news, there still is no like console release date whatsoever. And they did say that the Xbox game preview will last a few months, which in KI terms, a few months might mean a lot of months. So yeah, it will probably be a while until we actually see a full-on console release for all the platforms, not just for Xbox, but just for all the platforms. So we're just going to have to wait and see. I don't know if it will be this year or maybe early next year. I mean, judging from the beta, people are still stuck in the Hall of Champions situation, and people are still stuck in the tutorial. So, yeah, I definitely think there's a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff that they need to work on before they actually officially release the game for all the other consoles. Definitely is going to take a while, and definitely I want them to take their time with it, because this is a very important launch. I think for just everybody in general, like this is definitely going to be like kind of like a make or break situation. Like this has to work, and it will work, because everybody loves Wizard101, everybody loves nostalgia, and everybody loves crowns. Can't get enough of those crowns. Speaking of crowns, remember we talked about that crown sale. So if you wanted to buy some crowns, make sure to check that out over the weekend. And remember, we also have that crown reward available as well. So if you wanted to just spend a bunch of crowns and get some extra loot out of it, also make sure to check that out as well. But beyond that, pretty much the same thing as always, just the regular scheduled news and whatnot. Watch the previous news video, because that pretty much talks about everything else. Pretty much everything is going to be expiring this weekend, so make sure you're doing double gardening. Make sure, again, getting that crown sale, and of course, make sure you follow them on their official Discord, just so you're keeping up with all the latest promotions and updates. You know, especially concerning Xbox game preview, bugs and glitches and nonsense. And of course, you can also follow me in case you just don't like Discord, because trust me, I don't like Discord as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, share the videos to everybody. Do whatever you gotta do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a great weekend. I'm putting a might live stream some Wizard101 later tonight. That's not a confirmation. I'm usually a very flaky person, and my Wi-Fi usually loves to cut out. So I will do my best to see if I can live stream it later tonight. But I'll let you guys know. But until then, peace out.